Yes, guys, look, Liverpool lose a massive game to Wolves. The team which is 20th in the league, we lose 2-1 to. Oh my God. Arne Slot, for me personally, out. When I say Arne Slot out, I don't mean Arne Slot to leave the doors right now today. Look, he can take us till the end of the season. If there was a perfect candidate to take over now, I wouldn't mind, because maybe that'll get the players' morale up. But there's so many things that he's doing wrong at the moment. The tactics, the actual progression of the style of play we've got under Arne Slot is not moving forward. It's actually moving backwards. We're getting worse and worse. 70 to 80 minutes for every Liverpool game under Arne Slot. You could go and drink beer for the whole time. You could come out and watch the game, or watch the game on your TV for the last 10 minutes, and that's the only time anything happens. It's always the last 10 minutes where all the action is. Why? Because we do the same thing. We pass left to right, right to left for the whole game, cause the opposition no problems. You know, your objective as a team is to be as effective as possible, to cause the opposition problems, to be hard to play against, to be hard to deal with. We're easy to deal with. We're easy to play against. Teams sit there and just laugh. They have a field day when they play Liverpool. There's no difficult balls into the box. There's no difficult players running through them. There's nothing challenging. It's all in front of them and it's all nice and easy. And that's how Slot seems to like to play. Our record for goals in the first half is absolutely terrible. And look, I'm sick of seeing it. There's no progression. There's no change. Slot is so stubborn. This is how he likes to play. And historically, Liverpool have never played like this. Even when we was terrible, even like in our worst eras, we've always been exciting. We've always created a lot of chances. We've always been positive, played positive football, front foot football. We don't play that at the moment. And it look, we can't continue like this. And I think what actually bailed Slot out a lot last season was people like Diaz and Trent, who, when the game was so boring, they are just so unpredictable, and their skill set is so unique that they can always create. And them little glimpses, it would be boring till the 60th, 70th minute last season, and then a Diaz or a Trent would pop up with something. Salah might get a goal, Jota might get a goal, and that's sort of how we just got through. But we wasn't explosive like under Jurgen Klopp, and you're really seeing that now when you don't have the style of players which we had last season, the ability we had. It's just unbearable to watch. Look, something has to change. We are going to end up in the Europa League if Slot keeps playing Mohamed Salah. I'm sorry to say it. Look, Salah got a goal, but he played 90 minutes. Everybody else seemed to come off around him. Why he was still on the pitch, I don't know. He was so bad. I can't even put into words how bad he was. He loses the ball every single time he touches it. Forget his goal. How many attacks did Salah ruin? It's not his fault. I'm not getting onto him personally. It's the manager for playing him. But then is the manager under pressure because of what Salah done last time? And look, this is turning into the Salah FC, let's feel sorry for him, retirement season. Salah departure special season, but it shouldn't be that, because we're going to end up in Europa League, keep playing him for 90 minutes. He should have been the first player to be taken off. Forget merit, forget what he can do. It's how he was playing in that game. He's not offering nothing. He kept just receiving the ball and just passing it back to the right back. What was the point? You're supposed to be a right winger. It was just like having a defender up front. It was ridiculous. So look, that's that. I'm not going to make the whole thing about Salah. It was poor. Van Dijk, Konate, absolutely embarrassing for the first goal we conceded. Konate, how can you not see Van Dijk already had the man? How did Van Dijk allow him to spin him like that and then try to appeal for a foul? It's like, just be stronger. Just make sure you win the ball. Don't rely on the referee. And Konate, look, you didn't do enough. Your positioning was completely off. I could go into every player individually. Thought Kirkes was positive, to be honest, when he was on. I'm not going to go into everyone individually. I think McAllister is just too much messing around on the floor. not enough time actually getting up and playing football. He can be good sometimes, but not enough. Again, from McAllister, people like Curtis Jones coming on, starts off bright and then just disappears. So Bosley, he was decent, but he's not creative enough. He's not quite a 10. He's when you talk about work rate and working hard and running hard yards, he's 10-10 for that, 10 out of 10. But when you talk about actual creativity, it's not really enough sometimes. But I know the wingers has just not been good enough. Rio coming on, yeah, positive. Lost the ball a few times. It's unlucky. Ekiti had no one to work with. The guy put in an absolute shift. Frimpong struggled. He has to improve. But he creates chances. He just has to improve. He needs to get a good run of games. It's going to take a while for him to sort of really develop. And look, he's got a lot of improving of his overall game. But look, like, comment, subscribe. Catch me in the next one. And yeah, let's see how we bounce back from this. It is a huge loss. 20th place in the league, Wolves, and they're not a bad side. They have been playing good football, but it's not acceptable at all. I'm looking forward to seeing what Slot says about this and how he will justify this performance.